Happy New Year, everybody. It's Courtney Long, Divine Purpose Illuminator, author, speaker, and channel for the angelic realm. And I wanted to share with you some New Year's love and some messages from the angels. As we look ahead toward 2014, there's a lot of joy ahead and a lot of honesty and truth-telling. It's a year where we find really meaningful connections and relationships. And we have a lot of honesty with others, and a lot of honesty with ourselves about our true needs. And overall, the angels are showing that it's really important this year for us not to be overly engaged or almost like overloaded in our calendars, that we need a lot more reflection time, a lot more quiet time, a lot more balance of time to ourselves, time for self-care with our work time and our effort time. There's a lot ahead for this year. And what I've done is I've placed a spread of angel cards that are going to help give some guidance for each month of the year. A lot of these cards are by Doreen Virtue, who is very blessed to become an angel therapy practitioner by studying from her. And some of these decks are from other amazing, amazing artists. So I'll share a little bit about each deck as we go along. But we're going to start here with January, and there's one card for January, February, March, and so on, just as an overall prediction for the year. But also because there really is no time and no space, we only have time and space here in our third dimension, some of these energies are going to be happening simultaneously. But anyway, so let's just get started. We'll dig right in. This deck is a deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. It's called the Gaia Oracle deck. And for January, the prediction says Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. I'm going to hold that up so that you can see it a little bit better. So Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. And what this card is saying is that January is actually a time of really going within, being honest with yourself, and it's a time of clearing. Usually we think of December as the time of the year where we really do our internal clearing and reflection so that we prepare ourselves for the new year. But actually what the angels are saying is January is a great start for this. It's a great time to really look at anything in your life that's not serving you, almost like an energy of clearing out your closets, getting ready for a whole new fresh energy, and being really honest with yourself, areas where you've been frustrated, angry, sad. It's a time of grieving even. So if there's any methods that you love of expressing emotions, like journaling, if there's anger, punching pillows, doing anything that you can do to express what's inside of you. And I'm also getting this feeling that physical activity is important too in January, that actually moving the energy. So get outside if you like to go for walks or hike or dance or do something where your body gets to feel alive, like Zumba even is super fun. This is really good for helping to move some of those trapped emotions. And really reflecting on that gives you perspective on what you actually want for your year for 2014. So that's for January. February, this card deck is the Flower Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue and Robert Reeves, naturopath. And this card for February says, be positive. Your thoughts can shape your experience, so be sure to focus on the positive. I'll hold that up for you. Be positive. And what they're saying for February is that it's so important to believe that what you want is possible. So in January, we're getting clear on what's no longer serving us, getting clear on what we actually want. And in February, it's about really holding your manifestations, your intentions in this high light of truth and believing that they're possible, believing that if you want a new home, for instance, that it's possible for you. If you want a new job or a new fulfilling work, maybe even as a healer or as a spiritual teacher, believe that it's possible. So February feels like our rah-rah month where we're going to be like, yes, this is possible and I want it and I'm seeing myself actually achieving that and being in that. And I'm also really feeling that it's important to call on your angels for support. It's important to call on your angels for support all the time, but especially to help keep your thoughts positive. And I'm seeing that this year especially is a year of breaking bonds. They're showing, it's almost like a bunch of cobwebs or spider webs, and they're showing all of this being cleared out, almost like the webs being broken in almost like dusting feeling, so that it's this feeling of limitations are being cleared away, and you're actually getting to see more of truth, more the truth of your soul, the truth of your light, and live from a more empowered perspective. So this is really great. It looks like a good year already. Okay, March is the Knight of Fire. Oh, I love this card. Okay, there's a lot of good stuff to this card. The Knight of Fire, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. And it says, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. And what the angels are saying, oh my gosh, they're so excited. I'm feeling a lot of joy and celebration from the angels around this card. And this is for March. So there's been this universal energy recently of a pause. I'm seeing so many people that are almost feeling like they're stuck, or maybe they're out of work and they're applying to all these jobs and just nothing has come forth yet, or people who are waiting for a relationship and wondering why hasn't it come to fruition yet, or people who are perhaps spiritual teachers who keep getting paused or feeling like they've got so much to offer, but they're not quite sure why they're not offering it completely yet. And there's lots of different scenarios, but the angels are showing that March is the time when we get to press the play button. So instead of being on pause, we press play and action happens. So if there's any situation in your life that you've been waiting on and you've been feeling stuck on, or feeling like you've got a pause button on, then wow, look to March for that to really start moving forward. And this is why they're saying, this is why it's so important that in January that we take our time to reflect on what's no longer serving us, so that we can move forward. So January is time of reflection, February is a time of moving forward, and then March is when things really, really start to move forward. Super exciting. Okay, April. This deck is the Magical Unicorns card deck by Doreen Virtue. And this card is Curiosity. It's so cute. This deck is actually really good for kids and teens, but also adults, for our inner child. And it says, Curiosity. Start a project related to something you're curious about. And the other energy with this card is passion. It feels like there's a new creative energy coming in for 2014, a new creative energy coming into your life that's going to help you feel alive, feel vibrant, and feel really like you want to be alive. It seems like the last couple of years, there's been a lot of chaotic energy and a lot of people who even struggle to get out of the bed in the morning. And this energy so far for this coming year it's exciting. It's an energy of purposeful action where you're taking action and you're moving forward on new projects, but everything you do is intentional and it all feels very grounded. And like you're not just taking action, you're actually really connecting with your higher self. You're connecting with your angels, connecting with the earth, and moving forward at a reasonable, just awesome pace. And this card shows that it's time to actually take action on something that you care about, something that's meaningful to you. So I'm feeling that for a lot of you, this is related to work, that you've been maybe working in jobs that you just are not that passionate about, or if you're self-employed or a light worker, that it's time to really reflect on what you want and what you're so passionate about. So it's time to go into your heart and get curious with your own heart, and then ask your angels for guidance on what you can share in this world that's going to make a really meaningful impact. Excuse me. So that's for April. Okay, May. Oh my gosh, there's such a theme coming along here. May is expression. And this is the Indigo Angel card deck by Doreen Virtue and her son Charles Virtue. And this card is all about expression. So it's interesting because April was about curiosity, getting passionate about a certain project, a creative endeavor. And then May is about expression. It's really expressing that project and expressing that passion. And I'm seeing, no wonder my throat is suddenly getting itchy. It's time to express. And I'm feeling that there's some deep truths that each of us has been holding deep inside that we've been afraid to express. Like we've been afraid to shine our light as brightly as we know is possible. Partly for maybe fear of offending others, worry about what others will think, maybe worrying about hurting their feelings. I know a lot of light workers have family members that don't fully understand their work and don't fully understand their spiritual beliefs. And so this energy of May is about moving forward. Okay, they're showing jelly beans. I'm not sure why. I'm going to ask for a little more guidance. Okay, they're showing to keep the energy really light as we express ourselves. We've typically thought of expressing ourselves as being very heavy or very almost like drudgery or painful and scary. And they're saying, oh no, self-expression is meant to be light and lighthearted and fun and joyful. So keep in mind jelly beans when it comes time for May. I love it. Okay, June. Oh my goodness. This is the Ascended Masters card deck by Doreen Virtue. And this card is artistic expression. Paul the Venetian. Right, we're definitely seeing a theme here. So overall, if we can recap on our theme so far for the year, it's going within and discovering what you care about, discovering what you're passionate about, what creative project you want to bring forth. And the May and June are certainly about expressing that and sharing it with the world. So I'm seeing, especially in June, that you really start talking to other people about this. It's also a time of, it looks like people gathering together. I'm feeling that June especially is going to be a month of, yeah, they're affirming this, a month of new bonds formed. So if you have been looking for friendships or maybe a sense of community, that's going to be happening all year. But especially in June, there's going to be partnerships formed, even romantic connections formed, work relationships formed, soul family members coming together. And this is really important because your artistic expression and your creative project, it's not just for you. I mean, it's certainly for you, but it's for the world. It's so that you can help others and really add love and light to this world. And so you can't do it alone. Your angels want to help you with your project, your friends, community members. It almost looks like you're going to have a team of people that are helping you to express what you have to share with this world. So that's really, really exciting. And that can show up in many different ways. So as I'm going through each of these cards, I know I'm going a little fast, but as we're going through the cards, just see what occurs to you, what impressions come to your mind, what thoughts, and know that those are intuitive insights for your own life. All right, so our next card is July. I feel like I missed a month. Let me see. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay. Oh, true love. This is the Romance Angel deck from Doreen Virtue. And this says, this is the romance of a lifetime. And for some of you, this card will actually indicate romantic connections being formed in July. It's very, very exciting. Fireworks, right, for 4th of July for those of us in the United States. And fireworks in your heart. And for many of you, this feels like it's about falling in love with yourself. Really knowing the true love that you are, that every cell of your body is made of. And it also feels like a really important month for connecting with your angels. And it also feels like disconnecting from the world a little bit and going within, doing deep meditations, even hypnotherapy or guided meditations, and connecting with the love that you are. It feels like a month where you can almost get out of your head and away from the busy thoughts and really dive deep into your heart and feel the essence of who you are. And it feels like an exciting time where romance and joy, fun, love, it all comes to the forefront of your life. I'm seeing a lot of flowers, a lot of fun dates, whether they're dates with your true love or dates with yourself or your friends. There's a lot of joy happening. It feels like July is a month of complete celebration. Okay, and let's move on to August. And August was very interesting actually because two cards came together for August. We're going to look at both of them. All right, one is the travel card and one is children. Let's see what the angels have to say about these cards. We'll start with the travel card first. And this deck is the fairy deck. It's the Magical Messages from the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. And the travel card says, an upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. And it feels like the trip will actually be happening in August. So look to August as a great time to take some type of trip. And this could actually be a vacation. It could also be an inner trip of, I'm not talking about drugs, I'm talking about meditation, almost like a disconnection from your everyday and going deep within, or even doing a past life healing. But for many of you, this actually will involve a vacation where you get to relax, you get to explore, and it just looks like the energy shifts. So there's some type of vacation that you've been perhaps already thinking about, or your angels are gently nudging you toward, and really go for it. They're saying don't worry about the finances. It seems like many of you are holding off on making these vacation plans because you're worried about the money. And they're saying that if you keep your thoughts positive, like they said for February, and ask your angels for support, that they will help you in any way that they can to really bring forth whatever money that you need. So ask your angels for financial support for making this vacation happen, and then follow your intuitive insights and see how things basically come to you. It's so much easier here on planet Earth than we allow it to be. So ask your angels for support and then allow yourself to receive. That's the trick, is after you ask, really allowing yourself to receive the support. And have fun on your vacation. All right, and also for August, the card is children. And it says your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. For some of you, this actually is literal, that your life purpose is about working with children, working with teenagers. For some of you, it may be even working with adults with their inner child, their inner children. So this is really important. Just if you're feeling any nudging toward working with children, it's important to follow that and to go for it. And it also feels like this is about your inner child, that August is a great month to reconnect with what your inner child needs. And that might be joy and joyful expression, which goes right along with the travel, that your inner child might need a break, might need to go do something playful, like go to the beach and kick her feet in the sand, do something like that. And it might even indicate that your inner child needs some healing and some attention in August. Perhaps some deep work, like even like hypnotherapy, doing some sort of meditations where your inner child can have a voice. Because this whole year so far, the overall theme has been expression, all throat chakra energy and heart chakra energy. And your inner child might actually have something that she or he really needs to express, something that maybe even was a childhood dream. And I know a lot of you actually are looking for guidance on your life purpose. And think back to when you were a child and what you wanted to be, because that can indicate so much about your life purpose. Because as children, we come into this world knowing who we are. It's only through our societal programming that we get confused and we get a little bit lost and uncertain of who we are and what we're here to do. So remember back to your inner child and ask them for insights, because your inner child knows what you're here to do. Awesome. Okay, that's August. Let's see what's ahead for September. This is the Chakra deck, Chakra Insight Oracle deck by Karen Sangster. Love this deck. Okay, let's see. This is for September, and it's the mind. And this is a looks like a third eye chakra. And some of the other meanings are openness, flexibility, imagination, and learning. And I'm hearing that this is a really important month for keeping an open mind and definitely the energy of learning. So you might even be guided in the fall and the autumn toward taking some classes or learning a new skill that will help with your own healing and will also help you to help others. I'm also seeing that it's a really important time of psychic insights. Let's see what else. Psychic insights, a lot of messages coming in through your dreams. Many of you may also be feeling that already, that you're getting a lot of messages from your dreams. And it feels like an important time to activate your third eye, to open up your psychic gifts. And not just your third eye, though. It feels like really opening up your intuition in a whole new way. Something really, it feels huge, this energy of this card. I'm curious if you can feel it and sense it. It feels like something really important is waiting for you in the fall and the autumn. And it has to do with your spiritual connection and really with your purpose. It's awesome. Okay, next is October. And this, oh my gosh, this is my very favorite deck ever. This is the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Angel of Diet and Nutrition. All right, this is for October. It says, pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what is good for you. And I'm seeing, the angels are showing this beautiful wave of water coming through into your life. And it feels like an overhaul of, it has to do with your diet and nutrition, but it also has to do with your health in general. That we're all evolving, right? Where our energy is shifting so much on the planet and on our bodies. And our light bodies are being activated. So there's many foods and beverages that you used to be able to have that are no longer resonating with you. And this, you may have already been noticing this, and it looks like it continues through this next year. And by October, it's really, really important to pay attention to. I'm also seeing you, looks like you're sitting outside in the sunshine, laying down, and really allowing yourself to be nourished by the sun and nourished by Mother Nature. So it almost feels like, in addition to our usual nourishment through food, that there's other forms of nourishment that your body is needing and craving and aching for. Even swimming and being around bodies of water is really important, or taking salt baths. So really pay attention to your eating. And they're saying make it fun. It doesn't have to be hard. I'm very curious because I seem to have missed a month. These next cards here are for December, and I completely forgot a deck. So we're going to use, we're going to use the Angel Therapy Oracle cards. And the way that I do this, the way that I did the other ones, is I knock on the deck to basically clear the energy, and I just ask the angels for guidance. So it looks like it's this card for November. As soon as I feel this card, as soon as I feel one strongly, that's the one that it is. And this card for November is the Law of Attraction. Oh, interesting. And what it actually says is relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. I'm seeing November being another time of clearing, another time of letting go of relationships that no longer serve you. And I'm actually feeling a lot of new relationships being formed in November. That's exciting. So it looks like we've got 2 points of connection for this year where people are coming together in the summertime and then also in November. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of goosebumps around that. This is really, really important for you to know, because if there's any relationships in your life that aren't serving you, or anywhere where you're compromising or allowing someone to treat you with disrespect, or allowing an unbalanced friendship, for instance, where you do most of the giving, anything like that, that a lot of times we as sensitive beings, we hold on to those relationships because we're afraid of being alone, or afraid, well, gosh, who am I going to talk to if I let go of this friend? Or let go of this significant other. And what the angels are reassuring you is that there are so many people in this world that you're meant to connect with, and you're never alone. even if it feels like you're alone on a human level, you've got your angels by your side. You've got guides, your guardian angels with you all the time. And you can ask your angels to come closer to you and really let you feel their presence. And in addition, there's many humans that you're here to connect with, soul contracts that are already in place. And I'm seeing there's something around this that relates to your purpose and to work as well. That if you're afraid of letting go of your job, afraid of taking the next step towards your purpose, towards your calling, that this is a really significant time to, it feels like a time of planning your next steps, but also a time of trust and a time of taking the steps that you're guided to take, whether that's leaving a job or leaving an unhealthy relationship, or maybe you've left that earlier in the year and this is a time of stepping into the next thing that's waiting for you, for your purpose or for your personal relationships or everything. So just know that whatever it is that you want, whatever you've intended earlier in the year, that November feels like a time of harvest, a time of really receiving that, going back to the law of attraction. It's a time of receiving that which you have asked for and that which you have been intended. All right, so we come to December now, and there's 2 cards for December. This deck, this is another favorite of mine, is the Magdalene Oracle card deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. And this first card, this cracks me up. It's little children. We've had a lot of inner child energy for the year. And this little children card, believe it or not, is actually about expression. It's about letting your inner child run free and play and have fun. Another card about expression. And it feels like, you know how in December it tends to be holiday time. A lot of people celebrating holidays. And it feels like letting yourself enjoy that time of year. Letting yourself have fun. Be in the magic of the holidays again. And really be in the magic of life. This whole year feels like there's potential for a lot of fun. A lot of magic. And again, like being excited to get out of bed in the morning because life is more playful. It almost feels like just taking a deep breath, that life is going to be much easier as long as we allow that. Because we can struggle, we can try to do things all on our own and let them be hard. Or you can ask your angels for help, you can let it be easier and really surrender to the overall flow. We're done trying to control things with our ego, with our minds, and it's time to surrender to the fact that you are part of a whole. You are one beautiful particle of love and light in this whole system of love, a whole system of life. And please, please follow your intuitive guidance and allow yourself to express and be and feel the love that you are. This is really a special, special year ahead. And then this last card is heart and soul. And oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And this, if you can see it, there's a beautiful light here on Mary Magdalene's heart space. And this is really about living from your heart. As we even look through the whole year about the passion and creative expression, it's really about tuning into your heart and expressing what is there. This heart and soul card means that your soul is guiding your path. Remember that you're not alone, that your higher self, your soul, and your angels are helping you along the way. And that if you have one intention for this year, perhaps it's to live from your soul and not from the limitations of your mind or your ego, but really knowing that so much is possible for you, that you're always safe. Your financial needs are always met and taken care of. This is an abundant, beautiful universe where you belong and where you're completely supported. So let's just look over in the whole year and see if there's any remaining messages. I'm seeing, it's funny because what the angels are showing is costumes. I just saw like a ghost costume or a fairy costume. It reminds me of Halloween. And it feels like that energy of playfulness and really being your authentic self, expressing your truth. And knowing that you're loved, that you're lovable. If there's any affirmation that will help you this year, it's the simple one of, I am lovable, loving, and loved. Because you are lovable, you're loving, and you're so, so loved. All right, so just it feels like the energy of a lot of celebration. There's so much beauty ahead for this year. And they're saying if you are concerned about your life purpose, that this really is a year of activating your purpose. But it also feels like a year where it's not about quite as much action. It's about more reflection, more being, more peacefulness, enjoying life, being in the present moment, being in your heart, and really allowing yourself to enjoy every single moment of life. The ups, the downs, the challenges, and all the sunshine. Oh, I'm so excited for you. So excited for this year ahead for all of us. Well, Happy New Year. Happy 2014. I'm sending you tons and tons of love, and I can't wait to connect with you soon. Again, this is Courtney, and I'll talk to you soon.